Buying a motorcycle in 2025 should come with a warning label. Some bikes are so financially toxic, they'll drain your wallet faster than a punctured gas tank. Dealers are slashing prices and begging buyers to take these machines away. But even rock-bottom prices can't hide the disaster underneath. Here are the 20 worst motorcycles to avoid this year, starting with the muscle cruiser that's become a dealer's worst nightmare. Number 20. Suzuki Boulevard M109R. Massive muscle, massive problem. Once hailed as the king of muscle cruisers, the M109R featured a beastly 1783 cubic centimeter V-twin engine delivering 128 horsepower and 118 pound-feet of torque. But in 2025, dealerships across America are sitting on M109Rs they simply cannot sell, slashing prices by thousands, with some listed for $7,500 and still finding no takers. The M109R hasn't seen meaningful updates in years. No traction control, no ride modes, no full-color digital display, with analog gauges feeling like something from the early 2000s. While competitors evolved with modern technology, the M109R remained frozen in time. The bike struggles to achieve 32 miles per gallon, making it financially draining with rising fuel prices and maintenance costs. One Missouri dealership manager reported dropping prices on 5 M109Rs to $7,500 without moving a single unit. The massive 240mm rear tire and aggressive styling still turn heads, but modern riders want efficiency and technology with their muscle. The M109R's outdated platform and thirsty engine make it a poor investment even at discounted prices. Insurance costs remain high due to the bike's muscle cruiser classification, while parts and service require specialized knowledge. The M109R represents everything wrong with unchanged designs in rapidly evolving markets. Even massive discounts can't overcome the M109R's fundamental problems. It's a dinosaur in a digital world. Number 19. HarleyDavidson Sportster S. Revolution that failed. The Sportster S was supposed to be Harley-Davidson's bold answer to critics, featuring the Revolution Max 1250 cubic centimeter V-twin engine delivering 121 horsepower and 94 pound-feet of torque. But dealerships are now buried in unsold Sportster models, cutting prices by $3,000 with bikes listed under $12,500, far from the original $15,000 sticker price. The price-to-performance ratio killed the Sportster S, as riders realized they could get smoother, lighter bikes like the Yamaha MT-07 for nearly half the price. Add skyrocketing insurance costs for younger riders, and the Sportster S became impossible to sell. Resale values have tanked, with riders who bought new struggling to get even $9,000 on the used market. Forums are filled with owners calling it a financial disaster that depreciated faster than anyone expected. Weighing 502 pounds, the Sportster S feels heavy and stiff, especially for city riding, lacking the comfort and soul longtime Harley riders expect. Despite modern features like liquid cooling and ride modes, the bike never found its target audience. The Revolution. Max engine, while advanced, doesn't deliver the traditional Harley experience older riders want or the value younger riders demand. The Sportster S falls between markets, satisfying neither group effectively. But Harley's struggles pale compared to what BMW did to the cruiser market. Number 18. BMW R18. German engineering gone wrong. The R18 features a monstrous 1,802 cubic centimeter boxer engine delivering 91 horsepower and 116 pound-feet of torque, making it BMW's most powerful boxer engine ever produced. But dealers are desperate to offload these bikes, slashing prices by $3,500 just to get the R18 out the door. The R18 tips the scales at a back-breaking 891 pounds, heavier than most riders are willing to handle when today's market shifts toward lightweight, tech-savvy motorcycles. The starting price of $17,500 made matters worse, positioning it against more practical alternatives. The R18 struggles with practicality, barely hitting 33 miles per gallon and offering little modern technology beyond basic traction control and anti-lock braking systems. Daily usability suffers due to the bike's enormous size and limited features. While designed to pay tribute to BMW's 1930s heritage, younger riders don't care about nostalgia, and older Harley-Davidson riders aren't switching brands. The R18 appeals to nobody, creating a market void. Forums are full of R18 owners trying to sell for as little as $10,000 and finding no takers. The combination of weight, price, and impracticality creates an unsellable motorcycle. German luxury means nothing when the bike can't deliver basic functionality modern riders expect. Even beginner bikes aren't safe from this market carnage. This next disaster proves nobody's immune. Number 17. Kawasaki Vulcan S, beginner's nightmare. The Vulcan S was hailed as the perfect beginner cruiser, powered by a 649 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, delivering 61 horsepower and 46 pound-feet of torque, with an approachable 27.4-inch seat height. But Kawasaki dealerships are offering massive discounts over $1,000 below manufacturer's suggested retail price, desperate to dump remaining inventory. The Vulcan S hasn't received meaningful updates in nearly a decade. The 2025 motorcycle is basically the same machine that launched in 2015. No cornering anti-lock braking systems, no ride modes, no digital display, just basic analog gauges from the early 2000s. Recent tariff increases drove the cost from $7,000 to $8,500 out the door, while better-equipped bikes like the Honda Rebel 500 sell for $6,500. The value proposition completely collapsed under pricing pressure. Riders who bought new Vulcan S motorcycles now struggle to sell them for even $4,000, even with low mileage and clean titles. The market moved on, leaving the Vulcan S behind with outdated technology and poor resale values. The ErgoFit system allowing handlebar and foot peg adjustments was innovative in 2015, but feels gimmicky today. Modern riders want real technology, not mechanical adjustability for basic ergonomics. Kawasaki's refusal to update the Vulcan S created a bike that satisfies nobody in today's competitive market. Premium bikes aren't escaping this massacre either. This Austrian beast proves expensive doesn't mean valuable. Number 16. KTM 1290 Super Duke GT Premium Disaster. Built to crush miles without sacrificing speed, the Super Duke GT features a 1,299 cubic centimeter V-twin engine delivering 175 horsepower and 94 pound-feet of torque. But dealerships are desperate to offload these bikes, offering discounts up to $4,000 off the $20,000 sticker price. The original $20,000 price was impossible to justify when riders could get a Yamaha Tracer 9 GT or Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX for thousands less with cutting-edge technology. KTM priced themselves out of the sport touring market entirely. Owners reported frequent electrical glitches, overheating problems, and clutch failures while racking up massive repair bills, spending more time in service bays than on roads. Reliability issues destroyed the bike's premium reputation quickly. A used Super Duke GT that once sold for $20,000 now struggles to fetch $10,000 on the used market, a brutal 50% loss in just a few years. Early buyers face devastating financial losses trying to escape. Premium European parts and specialized service requirements create ongoing ownership nightmares. Independent shops won't touch these bikes, forcing owners to expensive dealership service departments. The Super Duke GT combines Austrian price with Austrian reliability problems, creating an ownership experience nobody wants. Austrian engineering failed. But this Japanese budget bike proves even reliable brands can build disasters. Number 15. Honda Shadow Phantom. Budget bobber gone bad. For riders wanting blacked-out style without breaking the bank, the Shadow Phantom offered a 745 cubic centimeter V-twin engine, delivering 44 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque with a low 25.6-inch seat height. But these Shadows are sitting unsold nationwide, with dealers slashing prices by thousands and offering used models as low as $3,500. The Shadow Phantom's design has barely changed in more than a decade, stuck in 2010 with basic analog gauges and no standard anti-lock braking systems. Modern riders expect technology features the Shadow simply doesn't provide. The bike's 44 horsepower output feels weak compared to modern competitors offering more power, better handling, and updated features at similar prices. Chinese brands like Bonneville flood the market with better-equipped cruisers under $7,000. One owner bought a Shadow Phantom in 2022 for $7,000 and cannot get more than $3,000 now, even after adding accessories. Resale values collapsed as the market shifted toward modern alternatives. Honda's legendary reliability can't overcome fundamental platform obsolescence. The Shadow Phantom represents everything wrong with unchanged designs in rapidly evolving markets. Even Honda loyalty can't save a bike that offers nothing modern riders want at prices they won't pay. If reliable Honda can't save a budget cruiser, imagine what happened to this overpriced British retro machine. Number 14. Triumph Bonneville Bobber. Retro style, modern problems. The Bonneville Bobber was supposed to be the ultimate throwback bike, featuring a 1,200 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, producing 77 horsepower and 78 pound-feet of torque, with a starting price of $13,500. But dealers are sitting on unsold inventory, offering massive discounts, cutting prices by $2,000 to move bikes off lots. Today's riders want versatility, technology, and value. The Bobber lacks all three, offering no ride modes, no cornering anti-lock braking systems, no modern connectivity features, just basic analog displays. The premium price no longer justifies old-school aesthetics. The bike's niche appeal works against it. The single seat limits passenger use, the riding position is uncomfortable for long trips, and minimalist design sacrifices functionality for style. Modern riders gravitate toward adventure models and sport nakeds offering more capability. The hardtail appearance looks authentic, but delivers harsh ride quality that modern riders won't tolerate. Triumph prioritized style over substance, creating a bike that photographs well but rides poorly. Service costs remain high due to premium British parts and specialized knowledge requirements. Independent shops often lack Triumph experience, forcing owners to expensive dealership service. The Bobber represents style over substance engineering that modern markets reject. Pretty bikes that ride poorly don't sell anymore. British bikes struggled with practicality, but this American legend proves heritage means nothing without value. Number 13. Indian Scout 60, heritage brand, heartbreak values. The Scout 60 was celebrated as an affordable gateway into Indian motorcycles, featuring a 999 cubic centimeter V-twin engine, delivering 78 horsepower and 65 pound-feet of torque with a low 25.6-inch seat height. But dealerships are scrambling to offload these bikes, cutting prices up to $2,000 off sticker prices and still struggling to find takers. The Scout 60 offers nothing beyond basic anti-lock braking systems and analog gauge clusters. No ride modes, no traction control, no digital displays that today's riders expect even at entry level. Chinese and Japanese competitors offer superior technology for thousands less. Resale values have tanked with riders who paid over $11,000 in 2023 now struggling to sell for $5,000 or less. Forums show frustrated owners with bikes sitting on classified sites for months without buyers despite significant price drops. Replacement parts are expensive, service intervals are short, and many smaller shops refuse to work on these bikes, forcing owners to dealerships where labor costs are through the roof. Ownership costs quickly exceed the bike's value proposition. American heritage branding can't overcome fundamental value problems. The Scout 60 costs too much, offers too little, and depreciates too quickly for modern motorcycle markets. Indian's premium positioning collapsed when budget competitors delivered superior technology and reliability. American heritage failed, but Italian prestige is about to crash even harder with this next disaster. Number 12. Ducati Monster 937, Italian Nightmare. Launched in 2021, the Monster 937 promised Italian styling and aggressive performance with a 937 cubic centimeter Testastretta V-twin engine delivering 111 horsepower and 69 pound-feet of torque, weighing just 414 pounds. But Ducati dealerships struggle to move these machines, offering massive discounts up to $3,000 off, with dealers practically begging people to take them away. The starting price, around $12,500, positioned it against Japanese rivals like the Yamaha MT-09, bikes offering similar or better performance for thousands less, with cheaper maintenance and better resale values. Ducati priced themselves out of the naked bike market. Ducati motorcycles require valve inspections every 7,500 miles, costing nearly $1,000 per visit, plus costly electronic issues, premium parts, and specialized mechanics. The affordable Ducati becomes an expensive money pit quickly. Owners who paid full price in 2022-2023 now struggle to sell for even $9,000, with forums filled with frustrated riders posting listings and getting no offers. The market rejected Ducati's value proposition completely. Italian design and engineering can't overcome fundamental ownership cost problems. The Monster 937 proves that prestige brands can build unmarketable motorcycles. Modern riders want reliability and value, not expensive maintenance schedules disguised as premium ownership experiences. If this list has already saved you from a $10,000 mistake, hit that like button. And if you want to avoid the next overpriced disaster, keep watching, because the worst is still to come. Number 11. BMW F850 GS Adventure Bike Disaster. The BMW F850 GS promised affordable adventure touring with an 853 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine producing 95 horsepower and 68 pound-feet of torque. But dealers are desperate to clear inventory, offering massive discounts on a bike that should dominate the mid-size adventure market. Starting at $13,500, the F850 GS competed directly against the Yamaha Tenere 700 and KTM H90 Adventure, both offering superior value propositions. BMW's premium pricing couldn't justify the bike's middling performance and reliability issues. Owners report frequent electrical problems, fuel system glitches, and premature clutch wear. Service costs remain astronomical due to BMW's complex electronic systems, requiring specialized diagnostic equipment. Independent shops often refuse F850 GS work, forcing expensive dealership visits. The bike's 229 kilogram weight feels cumbersome off-road compared to lighter competitors. Suspension lacks the sophistication riders expect from BMW adventure bikes, delivering harsh ride quality on rough terrain. Resale values have collapsed as riders recognize the F850 GS offers BMW pricing without BMW refinement. Used examples sit on markets for months without attracting buyers, even at significantly reduced prices. BMW's reputation couldn't save a bike that delivers premium costs with economy, performance, and reliability. German adventure bikes failed, but this Italian sport bike proves even racing heritage can't overcome bad engineering. Number 10. Aprilia RS 660. Racing heritage, real problems. The Aprilia RS 660 promised world superbike technology in a middleweight package, featuring a 659 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine producing 100 horsepower and 67 newton meters of torque. Advanced electronics included cornering anti-lock braking systems, traction control, and multiple ride modes. But starting at $11,500, the RS 660 competed against Japanese supersports, offering similar performance with superior reliability. Aprilia's exotic positioning couldn't overcome practical ownership concerns that plague European motorcycles. Electrical gremlins plagued the RS 660, with owners reporting dashboard failures, sensor malfunctions, and engine management problems. Parts availability remains poor, with basic components taking weeks to arrive from Italy at premium prices. Service requirements exceed typical sport bike standards, with complex electronic systems requiring specialized knowledge most shops lack. Labor costs escalate quickly when only certified Aprilia technicians can diagnose problems. The bike's aggressive riding position and firm suspension create uncomfortable street riding experiences. Track-focused setup makes daily commuting unpleasant, limiting the bike's practical applications. Resale values have tanked as buyers recognize Aprilia's exotic appeal can't overcome reliability and service nightmares. Racing heritage means nothing when bikes spend more time broken than running. Italian racing technology becomes worthless when it can't deliver basic reliability and service support. How many of these expensive mistakes have you considered buying? Tell us in the comments which disasters you've avoided. Number 9. Zero SRF Electric Disappointment. The Zero SRF promised electric motorcycle revolution with 110 horsepower, 190 newton meters of torque, and 100-mile city range. Advanced features included smartphone connectivity, over-the-air updates, and regenerative braking. Starting at $19,000, the SRF positioned itself as a premium electric alternative to gas-powered naked bikes. But charging infrastructure limitations and range anxiety killed sales before they started. Real-world range falls far short of claimed figures, especially during highway riding or cold weather. Charging takes hours even with fast chargers, making the bike impractical for anything beyond short urban trips. Battery degradation concerns plague potential buyers, with replacement costs exceeding $8,000 after warranty expiration. Limited battery life creates uncertain long-term ownership costs that traditional motorcycles don't face. Service network remains sparse outside major cities, with most shops lacking electric motorcycle expertise. Simple repairs become expensive adventures requiring specialized Zero technicians. Resale values have collapsed as early adopters discover electric motorcycles aren't ready for mainstream adoption. Used SRF motorcycles sit unsold while buyers wait for better electric technology. Zero's electric technology promises more than it delivers, creating ownership experiences that disappoint despite impressive specifications. Electric promises fell flat, but this gas-powered sport tourer proves traditional technology can fail just as spectacularly. Number 8. Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX Sport Touring Misfire. The Ninja 1000 SX promised sport bike performance with touring comfort. Featuring a 1,043 cubic centimeter inline-4 engine producing 142 horsepower and 111 newton meters of torque. Advanced electronics included cornering lights, adaptive windscreen, and smartphone connectivity. Starting at $13,500, the Ninja 1000 SX competed against established sport tourers like the Yamaha Tracer 9 GT and BMW F900 XR. But reliability issues and poor dealer support killed the bike's market appeal. Owners report frequent electronic failures, clutch problems, and premature suspension wear. The bike's complex electronic systems require expensive diagnostic equipment that many shops don't possess. Fuel economy disappoints despite the bike's touring pretensions, averaging only 40 miles per gallon during mixed riding. The small fuel tank compounds range anxiety during long-distance touring. The riding position compromises both sport and touring effectiveness, creating an uncomfortable middle ground that satisfies neither riding style. Aggressive ergonomics make daily commuting unpleasant. Service costs escalate quickly due to the bike's electronic complexity and Kawasaki's premium parts pricing. Simple maintenance becomes expensive when electronic systems require dealer attention. The Ninja 1000 SX proves that combining sport and touring elements often creates bikes that excel at neither purpose. Sport touring complexity backfired, but this retro modern bike shows even simple concepts can fail miserably. Number 7. Yamaha XSR1000. Retro style, modern problems. The XSR700 promised retro aesthetics with modern performance, using the MT-07's 689 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, producing 75 horsepower and 68 newton-meters of torque. Classic styling included spoked wheels, round headlight, and vintage fuel tank design. But starting at $8,500, the XSR700 costs significantly more than the mechanically identical MT-07, while offering inferior ergonomics and practicality. The style premium couldn't justify reduced functionality. The retro riding position creates comfort problems during extended rides, with narrow handlebars and rear-set foot pegs causing fatigue. The small fuel tank limits touring range despite the bike's touring aspirations. Yamaha's parts bin approach shows in the XSR700's inconsistent quality, with some components feeling premium, while others appear cheap. The bike lacks cohesive design execution throughout. Modern riders prioritize functionality over style, choosing practical naked bikes like the MT-07 over compromised retro alternatives. The XSR700's style-first approach appeals to nobody. Resale values have suffered as buyers recognize the XSR700 offers fewer capabilities than cheaper alternatives. Used examples accumulate on dealer lots while buyers choose more practical options. The XSR700 proves that retro styling can't overcome fundamental functionality compromises in modern motorcycle markets. Retro compromises failed, but this adventure bike disaster shows even practical concepts can go horribly wrong. Number 6. Honda CB500X Adventure Pretender. The CB500X promised affordable adventure touring with a 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine producing 47 horsepower and 43 newton-meters of torque. Adventure styling included a tall windscreen, crash bars, and wire spoke wheels. Starting at $7,000, the CB500X appeared to offer adventure capability at budget pricing. But the bike's inadequate power and poor suspension made off-road adventures impossible. The 47 horsepower engine struggles with highway speeds, especially when loaded with luggage for adventure touring. Overtaking becomes dangerous due to insufficient power reserves. Suspension components feel cheap and poorly damped, creating harsh ride quality on rough surfaces. The bike's adventure pretensions collapse when faced with actual off-road conditions. Build quality issues plague the CB500X, with owners reporting premature chain wear, brake problems, and electrical failures. Honda's reliability reputation doesn't extend to this budget-focused model. The riding position tries to split touring and sport requirements, creating compromises that satisfy neither purpose. Tall riders find cramped ergonomics, while shorter riders struggle with the seat height. The CB500X proves that budget adventure bikes often deliver neither adventure capability nor reliable transportation. Honda's budget approach failed, but this premium cruiser shows expensive doesn't guarantee success either. Number 5. Harley-Davidson Street Glide. Bagger disappointment. The Street Glide promised premium touring with a 1,868 cubic centimeter Milwaukee 8 engine, producing 87 horsepower and 155 Newton meters of torque. Touring features included fairing, saddlebags, and infotainment system. Starting at $22,000, the Street Glide positioned itself as the ultimate American touring machine, but reliability issues and poor fuel economy have devastated resale values. The Milwaukee 8 engine suffers from oil consumption problems, cooling issues, and premature wear. Owners report expensive repairs within warranty periods, destroying Harley's reliability reputation. Fuel economy rarely exceeds 33 miles per gallon, making long-distance touring expensive. The bike's weight and aerodynamics create efficiency nightmares during highway riding. Infotainment systems fail frequently, with touchscreen problems and connectivity issues plaguing owners. Simple updates require expensive dealer visits due to proprietary software systems. The riding position causes fatigue during extended tours, despite touring pretensions. Wind buffeting and seat comfort issues make long rides unpleasant experiences. Harley's premium pricing can't overcome fundamental reliability and efficiency problems that plague modern touring motorcycles. American touring failed spectacularly, but this Japanese sport bike proves even reliable manufacturers can build lemons. Number 4. Suzuki GSXR1000 Superbike Dinosaur. The GSXR1000 promised cutting-edge superbike performance with a 999 cubic centimeter inline-4 engine, producing 199 horsepower and 117 Newton meters of torque. Advanced electronics included cornering anti-lock braking systems and traction control. Starting at $17,000, the GSXR1000 competed against European superbikes, offering superior technology and refinement. Suzuki's dated platform couldn't match competitors' electronic sophistication. The engine lacks modern refinement found in European rivals, with harsh power delivery and poor fuel economy. Track-focused tuning makes street riding unpleasant and impractical. Electronic systems feel primitive compared to Ducati and BMW alternatives, with clunky interfaces and limited functionality. The bike's technology lags years behind European competitors. Suzuki's poor dealer network and parts availability create service nightmares for owners. Many shops avoid GSXR work due to complexity and parts delays. The aggressive riding position and track suspension make daily riding torture, limiting the bike's practical applications. Few riders can exploit the bike's track capabilities. The GSXR1000 represents outdated Japanese superbike thinking in markets demanding European refinement and technology integration. Japanese superbikes lost relevance, but this European adventure bike proves old-world engineering can fail just as badly. Number 3. BMW R125 GS Adventure, overpriced overlander. The R125 GS Adventure promised ultimate adventure capability with a 1,254 cubic centimeter boxer engine, producing 136 horsepower and 143 Newton meters of torque. Premium features included electronic suspension, cornering lights, and multiple riding modes. Starting at $20,500, the GS Adventure positioned itself as the pinnacle of adventure touring. But complexity and reliability issues have created ownership nightmares for buyers seeking reliable adventure machines. Electronic systems fail regularly, with suspension malfunctions, sensor problems, and software glitches plaguing owners. Simple off-road rides become expensive repair adventures when electronics fail. The bike's 584 pounds weight makes off-road riding impossible for most riders, despite adventure pretensions. Complex electronic systems add weight while reducing reliability. Service costs escalate astronomically due to electronic complexity requiring specialized diagnostic equipment. Independent shops can't service modern GS models, forcing expensive dealership visits. Parts availability remains poor, despite BMW's premium positioning, with simple components taking weeks to arrive at premium prices. Adventure tours become expensive when bikes break frequently. The GS Adventure proves that electronic complexity and adventure capability are mutually exclusive concepts in motorcycle design. German complexity created unreliable adventure machines, but our next bike proves American muscle can fail just as catastrophically. Number 2. Indian Challenger, Bagger Breakdown. The Indian Challenger promised premium American touring with a 1,768 cubic centimeter V-twin engine, producing 122 horsepower and 178 newton meters of torque. Advanced features included touchscreen infotainment, electronic suspension, and premium audio system. Starting at $27,000, the Challenger positioned itself against Harley-Davidson's touring lineup while offering superior technology and performance. But reliability issues and poor dealer support have destroyed the bike's market appeal. Infotainment systems fail regularly, with touchscreen malfunctions, software crashes, and connectivity problems plaguing owners. The bike's most prominent feature becomes its biggest liability. Electronic suspension systems malfunction frequently, creating dangerous riding conditions when failures occur. Complex systems require expensive dealer repairs that independent shops cannot perform. Build quality issues include paint defects, chrome problems, and premature component wear despite premium pricing. Indian's quality control cannot match their ambitious design goals. The riding position causes significant discomfort during extended tours, with poor ergonomics creating fatigue and pain. Premium pricing doesn't include premium comfort. Dealer networks remain sparse, creating service nightmares for owners traveling outside major metropolitan areas. Simple repairs become expensive adventures requiring specialized support. The Challenger proves that premium pricing and advanced features can't overcome fundamental reliability and support problems. American premium touring failed miserably, but nothing prepared us for this final disaster that's shocking everyone. Number 1. Harley-Davidson Livewire, Electric Catastrophe. The Livewire promised an electric revolution with 105 horsepower, 116 newton meters of torque, and 158 kilometer city range. Premium features included smartphone connectivity, over-the-air updates, and fast charging capability. Starting at $30,000, the Livewire positioned itself as the ultimate electric motorcycle, combining Harley heritage with cutting-edge technology. But the bike has become the industry's biggest financial disaster. Range anxiety kills any practical use, with real-world range falling far short of claimed figures. Highway riding reduces range to unacceptable levels, making touring impossible. Charging infrastructure remains inadequate outside major cities, creating range anxiety even during short rides. Fast charging still takes hours, making the bike impractical for daily use. Battery replacement costs exceed $15,000 after warranty expiration, creating uncertain long-term ownership costs. Electric motorcycle technology isn't mature enough for reliable transportation. Resale values have collapsed completely, with used live wires selling for half their original price after minimal use. Early adopters face devastating financial losses. Harley's dealer network lacks electric motorcycle expertise, creating service nightmares for owners needing simple maintenance. Electric technology requires completely different support infrastructure. The live wire represents everything wrong with premature technology adoption and premium pricing for unproven concepts. Like this video, if we saved you from a financial disaster, subscribe for more buyer's guides that protect your wallet, and tell us in the comments which of these bikes you've seen gathering dust at local dealers.